Hello Capricorn, and thank you for joining me just in time for your Capricorn February 2022 reading and predictions. The readings here are different, good, and many Capricorns have asked me whether or not I do one-on-one clairvoyant readings, and the answer, as some of you know, is yes. Just check out the information that's in the description box below, and you can see how easy it is to have a one-on-one with me from wherever you may be in the world. Anyway, let's get some cards drawn for you, shall we? The highly talented and attractive Capricorn. Actually, that reminds me, some time ago, I did a video and uploaded it to YouTube. I didn't stick it on my playlist, but it's there on YouTube if you search for it. It's called The Capricorn Woman, Sex and Style. And it runs for about 7 or 8 minutes, I think. Just giving a rundown of the sex and style of the Capricorn woman, if you're interested to have a look at that. But now, let us get 5 cards, shall we? Actually, I should do a series on all the... I think I did Capricorn and someone else, or was it only Capricorn? I don't remember, but I should do a series on all the signs of the zodiac. For the women... Now, let's have 5 cards, shall we? Let's dig something out from in here, and this is Judgment. What's this? 7 of Wands. Do you know the artwork on this is really quite special. It's the type of thing that ordinarily you would expect to see in a... There's a 6 of Cups. Ordinarily, you'd expect to see hanging, in an art gallery, really, rather King of Pentacles, rather necessarily than on a tarot deck. A lot of work has gone into it, and profitably so, I think, because the result is outstanding, as you shall see in just a moment. There's the 9 of Wands. See what a great image that is. Anyway, you can come down and have a good close look at them with me now, because you're going to come down here, sit down next to me. We'll get close together. We'll have a good close look at the imagery on these cards while I do the reading, especially for you. I really have the sense of you overcoming problems and worries during this thing, and then ending up with something that's actually quite prosperous for you, quite a feeling of abundance. Let's see what there is first. This is called to me, this card. This is the 7 of Wands, and on this image here we see a strong man behind iron bars. He's in front of a red curtain that I think symbolizes his strong emotions and moral convictions. The man is defending his position by bending the 7, for the 7 here, for bending these 7 bars with his bare hands. Now, those bars stand for all the challenges he has faced in his life. His many tattoos tell of the stories that emerged from those conflicts. They result out of his experiences with aggression, with defiance, and with the need to protect. He has always stood up for and defended what he believes in. Now, in a sense, this speaks to conflicts that challenge your inner power, your life force. Aggression and suppression are combating your ego and spirit, bringing, I think possibly, is it the case with you that it could be the case, but I think bringing some degree of anxiety. There is a battle between your inner values and outer reality, and it's creating defensive reactions and unrest. The outside world is testing and challenging your beliefs and inner strength as well. You strive to find some kind of balance in this uncomfortable place of evolution. Now, the key to this 7 of Wands is to believe and trust your true values, keeping them in balance with your actions. The gift of this card is courage and conviction to stand by your truth, igniting your inner power, bringing a breakthrough to another level of spiritual potential. Now, this 7 of Wands, I think, sort of casts you really as the spiritual warrior on the battlefield of life, being tested to do the right thing. The energy puts you in the trenches of confrontation, forcing you to defend your honor and yourself. Challenges and conflicts can knock you off guard, leaving you unprepared or fearful, confused, and in a weak position, inflaming the ego with anger, resentment, defiance, or aggression. This unbalanced energy fires up a desire to take action. Well, this is the time to dig deep, balance the ego and the heart, finding the spiritual courage and confidence to break through the struggles and the problems that life presents. This allows the cosmic fire of your kundalini to burn away any limitations that block your inner strength. Harness that energy and empower yourself to follow your true path with conviction. Move to higher ground, seeing the bigger picture, acting from valor and wisdom. Now, the lesson, I think, of this energy here is having confidence to stand by your truth with integrity, courage, and honor. In uncertain times, don't be influenced by what you hear, read, or watch, but trust your intuition and trust feelings. Listen to your inner guidance and move above surface illusions and limitations. Confrontation and conflict bring light to a struggling aspect of yourself to allow healing, strength, and transformation to take place. This card asks that you reassess your beliefs and values as you stretch and grow. Is your heart and mind in agreement with your actions? Know how to pick your battles. Think before you act. Stop and feel if what you are contemplating aligns with your heart. I think this Seven of Wands for you this month awakens your inner truth, awakens your life force, and awakens your personal power. Now I want to have a look at the card just underneath it. And let's see. Wow, what a fantastic image. Look at that, will you? Isn't that just? Look at these 9 cuts on the lady's shirt there. Well, this woman is struggling to find her way through a thicket of thorns, and that has left her with 9 cuts, I suppose, on her upper body. Now, though she is wounded and weary, she doesn't give up on her plan to break free. Now, one hand here you can see is pushing down the plant to break through, and the other hand is holding a rose as a symbol of commitment and determination. Now, when this 9 of Wands enters your life, as it has done here in this position beneath this 7, I think your journey has taken you through some difficult and traumatic times, hasn't it? Leaving you maybe a little bit weary and battered. Is that the case? You haven't come out of your experiences smoothly, but you have survived, holding your ground. There might be difficulty in trusting yourself and the world around you, leaving you anxious, on edge, a little bit defensive. You have traveled the rough path of the heroine's journey or the hero's journey. Now, the key to this 9 of Wands is to recognize and accept the experiences that brought you to your present state. Rest. Learn to meditate. Be patient and be kind to yourself. Seek guidance and support when you need it. There's nothing wrong with that. Time is going to sort things out. Now, the gift of this card is the opportunity to reclaim your spiritual strength and your life. Now, through your difficult battles, you've changed, and a part of you is searching for answers and peace. Well, this nine's path takes you through the dark parts of your soul, experiencing the diverse energies of the world. It awakens that spiritual warrior within that we spoke about, empowering you to move through past, present, and future conflicts with inner truth and trust. You are on a spiritual journey of soul reclamation, of rejoining your soul, you know. The challenge and work is bringing the darkness you hold to the surface, transforming the chaos of life's battles into a place of balance and peace. When you succeed, you find your spiritual courage and strength. The wounds you have taken will begin to heal. Some may scar, leaving a remembrance of the journey you've traveled. Now, with this card, you have a choice to move on from your inner battles and heal, or continue to live and fight on your chosen external battlefield. This chapter in life, though, for you, it's coming to an end. You realize that, don't you? Only you can decide which is the right path for you. Now, with the Nine of Wands, you can sometimes feel angry, on the defensive, overreacting, not knowing when to let something go. This is stuff coming up out of your subconscious. The card signals traumatic experiences in your life that need to be confronted and healed. At these times, it's important to connect to your true inner being, letting go of the battles in your mind, heart, and soul. This requires clarity, strength, belief, and trust. And once this is achieved, you stand your ground as life's hard lessons swirl around you. Light will shine through to your heart and soul, and the battle becomes the path of acceptance that leads to healing and peace. You begin to see karmically what is your work and what is not. The Nine of Wands brings an opportunity now to grow and to expand out of toxic and traumatic past experiences into a new way of life that is fulfilling. Well, this card up in the top left is saying, hey, I've got something that I want to add to that. Yeah, Judgment. Okay. Let's have a look at Misjudgment here. Well, I think that the painting shows a female angel, a messenger of God. Actually, angel, I might have told you before, comes from the Greek word angelos or angelos, angel, meaning messenger. That was a translation of the Hebrew malach, which was in the Old Testament. Now, she's blowing a large golden trumpet. She is standing in the middle of a busy city, calling all the people to rise up and take a stand. She is a reminder that in the end we will all be judged for our actions and life choices. But past mistakes will be forgiven when you choose to change and make a new start. This card, at a top level, urges you to make amends by transforming your life. Now, I say at a top level because this energy here is bringing a higher level of awareness that resurrects you into a new way of thinking. It is a spiritual rebirth, a spiritual awakening. It represents a time when life becomes fresh again and the burdens or limitations from the past break away, opening you up to the beauty of universal love and freedom. Now I'm looking at this number down here, 20, there, the two X's, the Roman numeral 20. That is the number of awakening, knowledge, power, mastery, universal service, compassion, completion, and rebirth. Now, when this judgment card turns up, as it has done, it is really the voice of the divine speaking to you. Listen closely to the message. A spiritual revelation or a eureka moment is going to be gifted to you. Old ideas or worn-out beliefs are transforming into a higher awareness, taking you in a new direction. The path you once followed has dissolved into distant memories. And judgment reminds you that each of us takes a different path. The paths wind and they intertwine through the landscape of life like a river flowing toward the sea of oneness. There are many lessons and detours as one navigates through life, but the judgment card here frees your mind and heart of false beliefs, bringing clarity and realization of the oneness of all. I think that what's going to happen is new directions and goals are going to excite your senses. Your life now is going to seem as if it has a higher purpose. You do not feel isolated or alone. You understand that all humanity is connected, and each action you take affects the whole. Now, judgment opens the pathway to self-realization and, importantly, to self-love, where your consciousness is reborn into the universal mind of Source. The higher self is calling upon your ego to rise up, to be renewed. Now, with judgment energy, you achieve wisdom and the understanding that you are a spiritual being living in a physical body. Know yourself is key to living a fulfilled life, and you are going to view life from a greater perspective now with vast horizons. Now, your life work, as is all of ours, is to serve the highest good for all. Now, the third eye, or the sixth chakra, is associated with judgment, awakening your inner sight. Judgment is positive energy that brings completion, healing, rebirth, and renewal. Exhale and breathe in the love from the divine and the opportunities that lie before you now. Yes, a great energy coming your way. What's this in the middle here? If we looked at this, I don't think we have. Let's have a look and see what it might be. It is the Six of Cups. Oh, this is quite a charming scene, really, where there is a woman who lies relaxed in the meadow. Now, she's looking at three carefree children playing in front of her, and while enjoying their innocent play, the woman, I think, feels nostalgic as she fondly remembers her own long-ago childhood activities. The children share the 6 balloons with one another, showing goodwill and kindness. Well, why don't you imagine a warm breeze caressing your face and a familiar feeling of warmth and innocence, and let it sweep over you. A sweet memory from your youth makes you smile, bringing happiness to your heart. Well, the Six of Cups blesses you with the remembrance of the innocent child that you once were, stirring and awakening your inner child. It brings pleasant memories from the past to the present, bestowing gentleness, inner harmony, simple pleasures and happiness, but also signals some inner work. The key to the Six of Cups is integrating the past into the present, reflecting on the dreams of your youth and where you are now on your life path. The Six of Cups gift reconnects you to your soul purpose, awakening the childlike imagination to future possibilities. Do you know, it's worth remembering, our childhood, the innocence and imagination of childhood. Let that memory shine light on your inner child, which may bring up some emotional feelings of sentiment, as well as some regret, perhaps. As you grow into adulthood, or as you have grown into adulthood, life has become more complicated, hasn't it? And you have forgotten the value of life's simplicity. Your focus is directed on the values of the material world, losing sight of how fast life passes by. The Six of Cups opens the chapters of your life, giving you an opportunity to remember who you were and what you did by unveiling events and choices that brought you to the present. And I think that this card here allows you a moment to take everything in and reflect on who you are now and what you have brought into your life. Now, on a karmic level, it can bring insights on your past lives and the awareness of your destiny, or what the Hindus call dharma. It can open your intuitiveness to access information from what's known as the Akashic records or the collective consciousness. I think this brings a remembrance of a gentle and loving time when life was innocent and simple. And when it appears as it has done now, savor the simple joys in life. Let the memories and feelings from the past enrich the present and future. Let the inner child play by taking time to remember your soul self. What were your dreams? What brought you happiness and a full heart? And when you see a newborn baby, think of all the possibilities the future holds for that child. Think of yourself as that new life, imagining all your future possibilities. The Six of Cups can fill your heart with the great inner wealth of imagination and joy. Tap into your youthful memories that made you feel good, that made you feel happy, that made you feel strong. Look through the eyes of the child inside you, viewing the wonderment you once saw. Your thinking and attitude about your future may shift to simpler ideas and plans. I think the Six of Cups inspires you to take time to maybe look at old photos, enjoy and reminisce in the memories that bring your heart to different places from the past. This card can also signal a reunion of people and things from the past that touched your heart. It reminds you that sincerity, kindness, and generosity are precious gifts. That takes us, I think, to this King of Pentacles. And I assume that is the king and not that, because there, wearing a suit and hat, there is the King of Pentacles, and he looks the part of the smart businessman from yesteryear. He stands confidently on the deer's antlers, being able to handle every problem masterfully, as you will do. The deer is a symbol of strength, leadership, and also connects the king with the natural environment. Now, there are 3 golden coins here, and they've got the imprint of what I assume is Julius Caesar from a couple of thousand years ago in Rome, symbolizing the king's financial success. In a sense, this King of Pentacles is an avatar of abundance and prosperity in the physical realm. His success and wealth come from his strong focus and commitment. When he sets his mind on a goal, it will happen. He is a strategic thinker and a planner with high standards, as well as understanding the law of timing. The King of Pentacles is a stable, trustworthy, wise person whose heart is generous, supportive, and open. This is a real Capricorn card here, incidentally. This is Capricorn all over it. Now, I think it's also the case that when the King of Pentacles turns up, as he has done here, it indicates a time of success and prosperity. Maybe there's a small inheritance or a big inheritance coming around here. I get the feeling of inheritance. Accomplishment is there. Maybe a promotion, a raise. Financial improvement is coming your way. Now the king brings good health and physical recovery from illness. He asks you to listen to your body. Do your diet or personal habits need attention? Your home and environment may become very important. You may have an impulse to create a beautiful, serene, and welcoming home, wanting to remodel landscape or plant a garden, even if you plant a few herbs around the sink area, if you have a small apartment. But this king also inspires you to get out into nature, to breathe in the air and take in all of its beauty. He reminds you that working with the earth's soil grounds scattered energy and brings peace to the soul. The king can represent a physician, a doctor, an advisor, or a counselor that you can trust. And he symbolizes talent and interest, interestingly, in the naturopathic, homeopathic, and medical fields. You may find interest in the medicinal remedies of plants and herbs, or herbs as some people call them. But the king's message is that he's bringing harmony now to all facets of yourself, and you are going to find abundance and well-being. Well, what a fascinating month for you. Good job. That's the way it is for you this month. Fantastic, and I really enjoyed the artwork on these cards, I really must say. Now, if you want to look at more of the artwork, of course, just jump through to your rising sign or to your moon sign, and you'll see a spread of the different pieces of artwork and the different other signs as well. That's a thing that you can do that's there. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I love seeing you. Great to see you. And I hope you enjoyed, well, I know you would have enjoyed that as much as I did providing it to you. Now, remember one thing, of course, and it is this, that you are a legend, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.